knew he was a world-class expert. I said, one day, the whole senior team together, off-site, and let's look at the math and science of it, and I'll let Steve take it from there. But that was what turned really. So then we began to get to top down. But that day in and of itself was really interesting. If you want to
what was that experience like, Steve? I mean, how do you help bring that chaos to something focused in the end?
It was good. Ken first introduced me and Henry Mayer, who's now a retired CEO, and we had a conversation, right, one-on-one, and he said, "I'm in. Let's do this." So we came together off-site, and there was a lot of this, right, at the beginning of the day, right.
I think we can relate to a lot of this. Right?
There was a lot of.
I
don't know, But we had the CFO and the COO and the chief legal counsel there, and all of the C-suite, right? They invested, and we really did focus on the math and the science, that are embedded in the SAFe principles, right? Principles of product flow. And by noontime, it was people were starting to lean in, and I want to have more of this conversation. Because they could see, I'm not going to argue against, as Ken says, the laws of physics.
Yeah, I said that day, it was critic judge in the morning, it was curious by noon, and by mid-afternoon it was like, wow, I'm arguing against the laws of physics here, I need to get engaged.
Right.
Get hold of it.
So did you have everybody on board at this point? Or
it was a pivotal day. It wasn't that everyone, left the room singing Kumbaya and we're all on the same page, but we got aligned around what it is we're trying to do, why it is important to us, the math and the science around focus and context switching and how that was killing the productivity in the organization. Right?
So you got aligned on the idea that you want to clarify things.
We made a deal.
Structure, you made a deal.
We're going to lead, this has to be leader-led too. It's bottom up and top down. And the leaders have to be aligned around, what we're doing and why we're doing it. And so that's the way I would say at the end of the day is we made a deal. And then there was no more fighting for different models.
How many different things were you doing?
Well, I mean, prior to us really going down, we would literally, even in a single operating company, have hundreds. And in, hundreds of initiatives. And really large multi-year initiatives, like 50 or 60.
50 or 60
multi-year. So we, obviously we had to get a handle on doing less things, but I would still say that was part of it, for sure. But the way we work, and not, tying individuals to one project that they're on for 4 years. Okay. And the whole structure of value streams, the arts, and, at the team level that we were, pooling every PI every 10 weeks, it was a pool model. So they might be delivering against 3, 4, 5 different initiatives each 10 weeks instead of that one that you're tied to for years. So anyways, obviously, and then managing flow, we just had a great session by one of our super team members about how we manage flow today. And so anyways, I would still say what we work on is super important. And I've said this for years. I always said, every IT organization, every business spends a lot of time working on what we need to do. Mm-hmm. But the world-class ones spend a lot of time on how, and they do it in a world-class manner, and that's a differentiator. That's what this did for us. It was the how that transformed.
I just want to get a sense of scale here. How many humans are you talking about being affected by this change in the way you're approaching work?
If you look at our engineering and IT groups alone, which is so much of where the work comes from, it's thousands.
Thousands of humans.
Yeah, so it's not like a group of 100 that we're trying to, we're driving the work. There's thousands in this space.
And the portfolio you were trying to manage here is billions.
Yeah, I mean, the opportunity and the value, obviously it's a business of 35 billion, and right now what we have talked about publicly, we have a transformation going on across all of FedEx, not just one of the companies.
Yep.
And we have publicly said it's worth billions of dollars of true bottom line value.
Wow.